money. I can make mentorships. I can make books. I can make courses. I can blow that fucking YouTube channel up and advertise every fucking where and be the biggest name in this industry. I don't want it. I don't want it. It didn't do anything for me as a family man. At the end of the day, I have to look my children in the face. I have to look at my wife. And yes, they might smile and say, I love you, Dad. But behind that, they have so many open voids of time where I was not there and I was in the house with them. Do you want to hear that from your children? Do you want to look at your wife when she says, I love you, and you know she's reaching to just to say, you are the man I love, you're the person I married, you're the father of our children, and I'm appreciating the time with you right now, but I have to appreciate it so much more because I don't know if you're going to go right back into doing what you've been doing for all these years in your entire adult life. You don't want to feel that. Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to feel that. Fast cars, big bank accounts doesn't compensate for it. And a lot of people, that write books, they won't ever tell you that shit because they didn't get rich. They're making money off of book sales. They're selling books because they have to sell that book. I'm walking away from it at the biggest point of my career as a mentor, as a teacher, or whatever. All the hype and stuff that's around me right now, I'm uncomfortable by it. Like I'm genuinely uncomfortable. I have a lot of people asking me to talk publicly. I'm not going to drop names, but I'm shy. I don't want to be like that. I can talk like this and pour my heart out to you because you're not sitting next to me. If you were being trained one-on-one, I wouldn't talk about the things I've talked about. I would talk about the markets and how they would beat the fuck out of you, but I'm not going to tell you where I messed up as a husband, as a dad, as the real human being. I failed there miserably. I would want to know that from a mentor. I would want to know where they made major mistakes. And every book and author and every educator out there, they've never really scratched that surface. They talk about things outwardly. This person over here as a case study, but strangely, they don't ever have any problems in their own fucking life. Like they don't have any errors that they made. And I have. And I wish I wouldn't have done it. And since I went through pain, the Bible says, we go through these trials and tribulations and things that hurt us, so that way we can give a testimony. I didn't lose sight and hope of, who was in control of me when I didn't have control of myself. And ultimately, he steered me where I am today. Even though I thought I was dialed in, I was lost. I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea I was going to end up where I'm at right now. I didn't set out to be inner circle trader, Mr. Smart Money Concepts and all this bullshit that people build up around my name. Like I literally did a search on YouTube. Do it. Just do inner circle trader or ICT on YouTube. And it's weird to see all these people with my logo and like putting all that stuff. Like it's not like what I thought it was going to be like. When I was 20 years old, if I could be really good at this and I could be popular, I wanted to be Larry Williams 2.0, but better. And I'm going to be all over the place. I'm going to teach and do circuit teachings and go to Australia and go to UK and all that shit. And I'm not into that. Like, I don't want to do it. Like just a little bit of notoriety, which, I'm still small. I just can't imagine being some behemoth with all this attention on me. I wouldn't do well with it. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel anxious. Not that I'm afraid of anything. I'm uncomfortable. Like I'm uncomfortable when people walk up. We had a guy, we were out in the 2021 vet, and we were up on Bel Air Road. We were going down towards the Beltway. And this guy gets out of his car and he starts taking pictures of us. I'm like, what the fuck? Again, man? And he's like, beautiful car. Can I get another picture from the other side? I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do to stop you? But it's just like, it's weird. Now, I'm certain that person has no idea that I'm an inner circle trader. But I was weirded out by the whole experience. Like some of you young guys be like, yeah, I would love that. That would be fucking amazing. I don't like that. Like I love the car for me. I don't give a fuck if anybody else likes it or doesn't like it. I like it. I bought it because I want it. And I don't use my image as ICT publicly. Like I don't do that. Like I don't have inner circle trader tags like on my car. Like you'd probably expect ICT1, ICT2, for every car I have. I don't have that. I don't want to draw any kind of attention to myself for that shit. And I'm really looking forward to post November just being back to just boring me. Like I miss that about me. Like I want to have just my own personal space, my own time, and back to just being content like that. I said the other day on Twitter, I said, when I wake up in the morning, all of you, my personal students and all of you are my first thought. Now I have 5 kids and I'm married. Is that normal? No. There's something wrong there. It's imbalanced. I have to balance that. And as long as I keep making myself available like this, it will remain unbalanced. This will always take more of my time. Well, I mean, we're going on 3 hours. And it's not monetized. I live this. And I want you to succeed. But I also have a family. And they want me in their life. They want me making memories with them. And I have to make myself available for that. And that's the reason why in November I'm stopping. I want my holiday season to be joyful, away from markets, away from Twitter, away from YouTube, all that stuff. And it's not because I don't love doing this. I absolutely love it. I love it. But I have to take myself away from it because I can't control myself to not keep doing it. It's who I am. And I need to change that. I don't want to stay inner circle trader. I don't want to be ICT the rest of my life. I mean, obviously I am, but I don't want to be living my life as inner circle trader. I just want to be, me. And I hope you can appreciate that. And it may not seem fun, like, oh man, this sucks, but all my videos are staying up. I mean, once in a while, a couple times a month. I'm not promising it to talk about a market, share an opinion about something, but I'm not promising that. And I want you to understand that's where I want to go. And if I do that, that still in itself will reduce. I don't need YouTube. I don't need ad revenue. I don't need mentorships. And I don't need book sales. But I do want to make my final point about all this and be done with it. And whatever you guys do collectively as a community, as the industry, whatever you do with the information that helps you improve, God bless you in it. Like that's the whole reason why I did it. That's why I did it. And if it was anything other than that, I'd still be pushing and trying to build up all the things right now to make it bigger. I don't want it to be bigger. I'm uncomfortable. So you might be surprised if you find success and you find notoriety. It might be the same for you or other people that thrive in that. You want to be a celebrity and you become one and you excel in that. I just don't feel comfortable with it. Like I'm just a regular person, with a blessing. And I asked in a prayer that if he would let me understand it, put it in front of me where I can understand it, I would spend the rest of my life teaching it. And once I've said everything I will say publicly, there's nothing left for me to teach. Like I've emptied myself out. And anything that's kept is not for you. And I don't feel obligated. That wasn't part of the arrangement because I taught how to trade. I taught how to read the markets the way I see it. And I understand how it's delivered. And I'll be content. And that's my goal. That I have an itinerary, like I said, what I want to talk about, when I want to talk about it, how I want to talk about it. And when we're done, we're done. And being upset about it, it's just a waste of energy and time. Pour yourself into the content. Study it. Make it yours. And then don't forget me. Shoot me an email at innercircletrader@gmail.com, and I will love to see your testimony. I would love to see what you're doing. I get so many of them every single week. There's so many people around the world that reach out to me and say, this is what I've been able to do. This is what I'm doing with it. You know, paying for communities in